Netflix takes us once more into the confronting world of serialised true crime narratives with Delhi Crime. Their dramatisation of one of the most infamous gang rape cases in recent history, known as the Nirbhaya rape case, Nirbhaya meaning fearless. It's from award-winning Canadian-Indian director Richie Mehta and Golden Caravan, the Mumbai-based venture of leading TV producer Aaron Kaplan. And the series, while based on intensive research and many years in the making, mixes some fictional elements with the factual account. The characters largely amalgamations of different police officers who investigated the horrific case that caused riots across India. On December 16, 2012, a young female medical student and her boyfriend were heading home from seeing a movie. They boarded a bus that was reportedly off duty, though it already had 5 other passengers and the driver. Suddenly the bus changed direction, the men on board shut off the lights and the girl was dragged to the back of the bus and beaten with an iron rod while sexually assaulted by those on board. Then the young couple were abandoned in the middle of the road.
What happened?
We don't have the details yet, but I don't know, there's just something not right.
The young woman suffered serious wounds to her abdomen, intestines and genitals and underwent 5 surgeries and eventually died 5 days later. Shot on location in New Delhi, Delhi Crime focuses on the police investigation of the case, centred around 2 female officers. At the centre is Deputy Commissioner of Police Vartika Chaturvedi, played as a force of nature by Shefali Shah, the character based on Shaya Sharma, who headlined the Delhi police team that nabbed Nirbhaya's culprits. And there's Neeti Singh, played by Rasika Dugal, a bright, committed young officer who's only just joined the police and is drafted into the case with the express purpose of being with the victim's family at all hours. It's a delicate performance, defiant against a sordid world. Director Mehta has a nice feel for genre conventions and gives his series a compelling cinematic look and an appropriate noirish atmosphere, an ominous smog hanging over the city. But he's obviously interested in more than the rhythms and arcs of a familiar police procedural here. Intense and suspenseful, though the investigation is. As the search for the culprits gets underway, he makes us conscious of the prevailing issues of women's rights and their physical safety in India, an entrenched class system that afflicts the local police, underfunded, undertrained and endemically corrupt, and the problems of isolation and segregation in the overpopulated conditions of India's cities.
I absolutely love this series. I think that the texture in it is so affectionate for Indian custom. I mean, you get the balance of the police procedural with the personal. You know, the guy looking up the marriage advertisements in the paper. You know, the police commissioner with her daughter, whom she doesn't want to go to Toronto to study.
No, and the daughter's afraid of the streets and doesn't like to be out
there's
there
very
'cause she's
contemptuous of you know, life in this tumultuous city. I like the fact that you have a woman deputy police commissioner. There's a woman doctor at the hospital that, you know, is
quite formidable as well. They're both tough characters.
There is a woman judge, you know, so there is this component of, you know, even though, you know, women have a hard time, many women have a hard time in India, there are many women that are really rising to the top. And I just sort of immerse myself in it culturally. And I mean, I react against any violence to women, you know, I've got a real aversion to it. And I mean, what happened was absolutely atrocious.
Just dreadful, yeah.
But I just find this so interesting. I think Richie Mehta has done a fabulous job.
He's a very good director, isn't he?
Bringing this together, yeah.
Beautifully shot and scene by scene. It is, as you say, quite superbly constructed and orchestrated. He's terrific. And the acting is very classy.
I think this is so excellent. I'm giving it 4.5 stars.
I'm giving it 4.5 too. I'm totally sucked into this. This is really good.
एक माँ से एक माँ की रिक्वेस्ट प्रॉमिस कीजिए मुझे उन सबको सिर्फ फांसी ही होगी.
I promise. Don't want to ever see a woman in this situation again.